Well, welcome to our very first tutorial about Colonial grid solar screens, folks. While you're here, do us a favor, like us, subscribe to us, follow us, support us, ask us questions, think about us, tell your neighbors, your friends. Oh my, just talk about us. But today what we're going to do is we're going to keep this one simple. We're only going to talk about the two sizes of the crossbar, or what we know as the mutton bar, as well as the two sizes of frame that you'll want to use. So as we're doing that, I'm going to spin around over here and get in front of the camera. Hello, world. Now, there are two sizes of the crossbar that is used in Colonial. Again, we call them mutton bars. And the first one is the thicker 3/8 wide. Thickness 3/8. And the width is 5/8. The thinner bar is a 3/16 thickness with a 5/8. Now, as a do-it-yourselfer, and for me, I prefer the smaller of the two because we can overlay it. But of course, I was asked yesterday when we started the promotion on this series about Colonial Grid, how do we notch the larger one? Well, quite frankly, you need a fancy machine, but we're going to do it with our bandsaw just to show you how to notch it. But I will tell you, it is so much easier, even for me, and I've been in this industry a long time, to just use the thinner one to do an overlay and pop a rivet from behind. That way it's solid, it's secure, and nobody will ever see it. And then, of course, you get your option of the 1-inch frame, which unfortunately the big box stores, even the smaller hardware stores, they don't carry this. You might get lucky and find one near you, but the 1-inch frame is pretty much for distributors like myself, dealers. Of course, I'm a Screenco distributor dealer down here in the Houston market. That's where I get my aluminum. And of course, the other alternative is the 3/4 inch frame. Now, this is something you can get down at your local box store or hardware store. But keep in mind, solar screen can get heavy, especially if you have a larger one. So if you're able to steer away from the thinner frame for you do-it-yourselfers, you might end up finding some hourglass in there that you don't like. Now, with that said, I'm just going to dummy this, and let's just particularly say that we've got a crossbar. So what I'm going to do is just grab my Sharpie and just draw a nice little line where my crossbar comes out inside the frame. And I realize this is rudimentary, but you may not be able to see this very well in the camera. But where the roll former brought these two together, that's an open seam. So what I'm going to do is just cut to the open seam on my bandsaw and then bring it over here and slide it in. So with that said, I'm going to get out of the picture frame for a moment, folks. I'm going to spin you around like a record, baby, to my trusty bandsaw. And, of course, I didn't hide the name of it, but that's okay. All right, so again, what I'm going to do is just notch this out with my bandsaw at a straight up and down or a 90-degree angle. See, I just went halfway in, and so this should allow me to pick that up. Use a little finger grease, if you will. And now we've created a perfect notch. Shut that off, and I'm going to spin the camera back around, folks. I'm super excited because we're going to start exclusively using GoPro to create all of our videos and a more official quality videos, if you will. So I'm really excited about that. But today, of course, I'm flying solo. But what we've done here is again, we've created that notch. So that would fit in there nice and perfect. Now, of course, when it comes to the riveting part of that, we come from behind. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a rivet in my gun. And all I'm going to do is go through the back, one blunt. If we go too deep, obviously we're going to come all the way through. That should answer the question that I was asked when we started our promotion for this on riveting notching our Colonial grid. Of course, the side of the customer will see is over here, and I did get a little wide on that, so forgive me, but luckily this is, I'm not doing a turn that way, it was like a bad cross. That was horrible, and I apologize for that. But, this is going to be the side we see pointing out, so when folks are coming up to your house, it's going to look flawless and beautiful. But again, as a do-it-yourselfer, and in the My Screen kit, which is just moments from going back live again, folks. We were so excited about that. We've been down for a short time, a lot longer than we expected. You're going to find that you too can do Colonial grids at your home, and we're going to make it easier with the overlay. And those videos will come into play shortly. I love it. But I'm going to take this moment to just tell everybody it is September 2024. The My Screen kit, this window screen manufacturing, what I've done for the last 20 plus years, has taken a brand new direction, and I'm very excited. Folks like the Do It Best Hardware, of course Screen Co. USA, oh my. These folks are behind us now, and I'm excited to work with some of these folks and bring more awareness to the U.S. brands of products. Of course, that's what we stand for here. And then I'm wearing my Jay Alexander, which he's a big man, big wrestler, and so I'm promoting him today. We got to meet him a few weeks ago out here, if you guys recall. We did a couple of photos with him. He has definitely got a future with the WWE, or even a better place to go if that's what he chooses. But with that said, folks, I'm going to end there. I didn't mean to get off the site. Those are our 2 crossbars, or mutton bars, as well as the 3/4 and the 1-inch frame. And now I look forward to learning a lot more. You guys be blessed. Thank you, and again, keep us in your mind.